Hi guys.
So our flight leaves at 9:25. It's currently 7 o'clock.
7:30.
Keela unlawfully gave my sister Percocets that were not prescribed to my sister. They pronounced my sister dead on the scene.
So the BBL recovery house that the girl Scar went to, where she passed away after they gave her the medicine that wasn't prescribed, they took down their whole Instagram page.
Monique Miller came with her sister from Las Vegas to undergo surgery at Ivana Plastic Surgery, and she passed away later that day at an unlicensed aftercare.
Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Today's video covers a very heartbreaking story that has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. Two sisters traveled to Miami to undergo cosmetic surgery, specifically BBL procedures, but only one of them made it back home. Now, this is about more than just plastic surgery. This is about the dangers that come when people are promised beauty but end up with tragedy. Now we're going to be talking about what happened to these sisters, the rise of risky BBL procedures, and why these so-called recovery houses are facing serious backlash. Now these two sisters were vlogging their whole experience, sort of like a documentary, but they did not know that this would happen.
Hey y'all.
Hi guys.
So our flight leaves at 9:25. It's currently 7 o'clock.
7:30.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the motherfucking salad so I could meet the BMI requirements. I need to detox, eat salads, and drink lactated water. So we finally arrived in Miami. The flight was not long at all. By the time I woke up, in the recliner because she's getting. Hey guys, so I am running on 30 minutes of sleep. I thought I was gonna be up with that little coffee, but I guess the fuck not. We are on our way to Ivana for my sister's pre-op, and I'm a little delusional, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna make it through this.
I'm Monique, a 28-year-old mother to a 1-year-old, and her sister, Kira, flew to Miami to undergo surgery at Ivana Plastic Surgery, a clinic known for BBL procedures. After their surgeries, they were sent to Keela's recovery house. Now, this is an aftercare facility that is supposed to help patients heal post-op. But just hours after arriving there, Monique died. According to her sister, she was given medication that wasn't even prescribed. Kira said staff didn't act quickly enough. Without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
Hey y'all.
Hi guys.
So our flight leaves at 9:25. It's
Hi, beautiful. So we are doing this interview because you have some things that you want to let everyone out there know.
My name is Kiara Barnes. I am the sister of Monique Miller that passed away March 7th at Keela's recovery house. And I just want to speak out because I'm seeing a lot of blogs, Surgery 411, multiple other blogs. None of them are saying accurate information. Everything they're posting is false. My sister was very healthy. My sister never was ever denied ever a surgery. I seen somebody post Surgery 411 say she was denied by one doctor and then went to Mamanescus. That never ever was the case. We always from day one, always were scheduled with Ivana. We were scheduled with Dr. McDaniel. I did successfully go through with my procedure with Dr. McDaniel. My sister chose to switch doctors to Dr. Mamanescus because that is my sister's choice. We all have a choice to do what we want to do with our body and to choose who we want to switch to Dr. Mamanescus. I want to say thank you to Dr. Mamanescus, Jody Mamanescus. They've just been so helpful during this hard time for me and providing me with very good care. I'm here with Cece. She's been taking very good care of me. Keela has not refunded me for the stay. Never stayed the whole 6 days. We only were there for 2 days. So she left me out of $3,000. I was given medicine that was not prescribed to her at all by Dr. Mamanescus. Keela unlawfully gave my sister Percocets that were not prescribed to my sister at all. They never picked up my sister's prescription. Someone contacted Keela asking where was my sister's meds. She said the pharmacy where it was at, which means she never picked up my sister's prescription. In pain just how I was, and Keela took advantage of that, and she did give my sister the pills. She did not put them in my sister's hand, any of that. She put them in my sister's mouth and gave my sister the pills. And I just remember my sister going to sleep. My sister never woke up. I woke up from my nap. My sister was in the same position she was in for the whole day. Nobody came and checked on my sister. I called Keela to come in and check on my sister. She sent her assistant, Raquel. She came in there, huff on her. They said she was fine. They put the vital thing on her finger. They said she was fine. She's just tired. They were getting mad at me because I wanted them to wake my sister up. 100% wasn't ever a vital. Keela never told me my sister died either. She actually, before she walked out the room, she told me I could call 911 if I want. But she just kept on going on saying, she's fine, she's fine, she's fine, she's tired, she's tired. And then she walked out the room telling me, you know, it's my choice if I want to call 911. So I chose to call 911 because my sister never woke up. They put ice on my sister's back. They were shaking my sister. They were opening her eyeballs. Like, they were putting the blood pressure cuff, the vital. They were doing a lot. And my sister was not waking up. So I called 911. And I remember Keela's son running into the room and telling me that my sister had passed. And I was in disbelief. He was shaking my sister. He was like, my sister was cold. And her son was in a panic. Like, it was more of a guilty panic, like a scared, guilty panic, more than a I'm sorry panic. Nobody told me sorry. Like, not Keela, not her son, not the assistant. None of them have reached out to me. Nobody apologized. Nobody has said anything regarding my sister's passing. The firefighters did come when I finally was able to get assistance by the firefighters to get out of the recliner chair. Keela and them disappeared after they disappeared. Like, I don't even know where they went. They left me in the recliner chair. The firefighters came and they got me out of the recliner chair. And when I walked over to my sister, it was blood near her mouth, which meant when they were near my sister doing that blood pressure cuff and those vitals, that blood was still there. That blood was stained in the it was stained in the mattress by her mouth. So it had to have still been there when they were shaking her and all that. They pronounced my sister dead on the scene. And I just remember when I did call 911, Keela told me not to tell the police about the pills. She said, don't tell them about the pills because we'll get in trouble, saying that her and Raquel, like, they'll get in trouble. She's like, we'll get in trouble. And when she said that, I really didn't understand why she was telling me that, because at that moment I still thought my sister was alive at the moment. So I was just on the phone with 911. Keela was not even cooperating with the 911 operator. That's also recorded, you know, that will come out. Keela she was acting like she didn't understand what he was trying to tell her. He was telling her, it was a word he wanted her to say each time my sister took in a deep breath and breathed out. And Keela would not do it. Like, she just kept giving him the runaround, the 911 operator the runaround. She didn't want to be on the phone with the operator. I couldn't get up to do that for my sister, to tell the operator every time she breathed, because I was in the recliner chair and my sister wasn't breathing, which is why Keela never told the operator each time she was breathing when he was asking her to tell. And I just remember the detectives talking to me. I remember Keela looking very angry, very mad, stank. It was not like a I'm sorry or a or a sad or even a cry look of sadness on her face. No empathy at all. She was looking like she was irritated, she was mad, it wasn't even like a sad moment for her. All alone, the night when my sister passed, I did end up having to stay the night at a hospital by myself.
Wow. Everything is just so wrong with what she was explaining. What? First of all, why would you give a patient that just underwent a very serious, in fact, a very dangerous surgery, a medication that wasn't even prescribed? You know, recently I've been seeing videos about people taking out their BBL, people trying to get their normal bodies back. With the way people were taking out their BBL, you think that more people will not want to go into it. What's going to happen to her 1-year-old now? This is tragic. This is wicked. I'm saying this is wicked because the way the recovery home treated this whole matter was not it at all. But yes, let's get right into the next part.
Sister all alone. I did not stay there at Kila's house the night my sister died. I did not feel safe. Dr. Mamaniscus did send Cece to come and help me. So I'm recovering with Cece, and Cece has a medical background. She's trained for everything. She's been so good to me. I just want to thank Jody, like Jody Mamaniscus, Dr. Mamaniscus' wife. Like, she's like really been there for me, and my sister, you know, we were talking, we were getting really close with Jody before my sister passed. And I just know my sister, she isn't ready to go. I feel like my sister was neglected. I felt like she was cheated. I know my sister was not ready to go. This is getting treated as a homicide. This is a homicide. And I just really would appreciate if everybody would stop sharing their opinions on my sister and my sister's death, sharing their opinion on what my sister should have done, not done, and have some respect. She had a 1-year-old daughter, my niece, that she left behind. I feel like you guys really need to have some respect and push back. Like, the fact that people are already making blogs, and it's just crazy to me. Like, it's wild. Nobody knows my sister. Surgery 411, everything she's posting is false. She even said Miami woman passes. My sister is not from Miami. We are not from Miami. We are from San Diego, California. We're from San Diego. We not from Miami, period, point blank. And my sister really would have wanted that to be known. Like, I really don't, the slander that's being tolerated, that you guys are doing, my sister would not have been okay with that at all whatsoever. My sister never tolerated anybody ever slandering her name whatsoever. That was not her. And even these sources you guys are getting info from, I don't know who they are. My sister was a mother. She was a provider. She was an older sister of 2 siblings, me and my brother. I'm the youngest out of 3 children. I'm 19 years old, and I just really feel like you guys really need to respect my family at this time and stop creating your own assumptions about what happened to my sister. And everything is going to unfold, and just know that everything's going to unfold in court, and just know I told you guys, and you guys going to see that the real is going to come out.
Okay, my love. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. I know that this is something you wanted to do to clear the air of all of the misinformation that's being posted. I hope that this does help. I hope that people do give you space to grieve and are respectful enough to just let you do what you need to do for your sister and kind of, you know, fall back on all of this.
And yes, this is my only sister also. Like, I don't think you guys understand the pain that I'm going through right now. Like, this is my only sister, my older sister, and we came out here together, and I'm going to be going home without my sister. And it's irritating me that you guys are like just making up assumptions about my sister. And I'm on defense right now.
This whole thing can be really sad. Like I said earlier, it's a very heartbreaking situation. There's so many videos on here talking against BBL. As it is right now, BBL is the most dangerous plastic surgery one can ever get. Knowing that in mind and still going ahead to do it, then I don't know what else to say. Nobody is pointing fingers or anybody, but there's so many stories like this. And unfortunately, hers is not going to be the last unfortunate story from BBL. I've covered a lot of stories like this that happened when women went to get their BBLs and never returned. Either the doctor injected fat into bloodstream, or like in this case, the recovery house did something really crazy. Or, there's just so many things that can go wrong with BBL. The people that come out successful are quite fortunate. But to what end? Is it really worth it? I honestly feel so bad for her 1-year-old child.
Oh my gosh, guys, this beautiful girl named Star the Scar just posted 2 days ago about how she was traveling with her sister to go get her BBL round 2 done. We just found out that she passed away at the recovery house due to them giving her some medicine that was not prescribed to her. This is actually so sad, and guys, I want to make it clear that this situation actually had nothing to do with the doctor that she went to. This had everything to do with the recovery house that she went to. They gave her unprescribed medicine, and she took that, and I guess it gave her bad side effects to where she has now passed on after her surgery. And it's just so sad, guys. Please be careful and do your research on recovery houses that you are going to when you are going to get these surgeries. Make sure that the nurses are actually, educated and doing their jobs when it comes to taking care of you after your surgery. Please don't take any medicine that is not prescribed by a doctor. This is so sad. Rest in peace to her, and just prayers to her family.
At this point, it's not even about doing your research or not doing your research. It's about knowing the potential risk that comes with BBL, both during surgery and after surgery. One should just have that in mind and know that I'm going into this. It's a very dangerous surgery. Nobody is going to be held accountable because I signed the authorization form. Because I hear that's what they're signing. Before you go into any cosmetic surgery, you're going to sign a form. You're giving your consent, basically. So, are you willing to take this risk? That should be the question. Are you willing to take the risks regardless of whether you've done your research or not?
So the BBL recovery house that the girl Scar went to, where she passed away after they gave her the medicine that wasn't prescribed, they took down their whole Instagram page. It was called Kayla's Recovery House or something like that. You cannot find any information on their Instagram, nothing. It's like they're gone. And that's very suspicious, because where did you go? It's either that they were getting a lot of backlash and people were asking questions and they couldn't handle the heat, or it's like you did something that you knew you shouldn't do. Please do your research when you're getting the BBL. Do your research when you are at these recovery houses, because these nurses may not even be real nurses, and they may have medicine to take away the pain, but that medicine may not mix well with you. It may cause, a reaction, or something unfortunate may happen. It's just so sad, because people do these BBLs to get their confidence up, to make them feel better about themselves, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But just do your research and just be careful.
Now watch the recovery house rebrand and come back. Watch them change their name, look like they're completely new. Watch them rebrand and come back. That's just all I have to say. Yes, for now, they're away, but watch them come back. And as for people doing BBL to regain their confidence, I'm sorry to say, but if that is where you want to lean towards to regain your confidence, I don't know, it just looks to me like you don't love yourself enough. Because I feel like if you love yourself enough, knowing the risks that comes with BBL, You wouldn't want to do that to regain your self-confidence. We owe it to ourselves to live a healthy life, to live a fulfilling life, and to live a happy life. If being happy is going to make you go under the knife, I don't know what to tell you, but for me, it's just off. And if people are not okay with you the way you are, then they should go and hug a transformer for all we care.
Know y'all have seen by now those two sisters who flew to Miami and were documenting them going to have BBL surgery. Where one of the sisters passed away due to the recovery house giving her the wrong medication. Being a Floridian, when it comes to recovery houses in Miami, I would have not chosen to go to any one of those. I would have gotten me an Airbnb and gotten me a nurse for me and my sister. And it's tragic that they gave this young lady the wrong medication. This is something that they were supposed to be able to enjoy together, experience together, enjoy the results together. And now they are literally mourning the loss of their loved one. And the one sister she has to live with, you know what I'm saying? Every time she look at her body and things like that, that her sister did not make it. And it's going to be something that's going to lay on her for a very long time. Gotta send positive vibes to the entire family, big blessings, because they are going through a tragic time right now. And if you're thinking about getting surgery, please, if you're staying in a recovery house anywhere, do your research.
It's really a sad case. Her sister is going to be traumatized. Like, knowing that you went to somewhere with your sister and only you is coming back. I don't know how she's going to process that for a very long time. It's, oh my God. This is really sad.
There's been another tragic loss of a patient undergoing inexpensive plastic surgery in Florida. Monique Miller came with her sister from Las Vegas to undergo surgery at Avana Plastic Surgery, and she passed away later that day at an unlicensed aftercare. It's unclear how long she was at the aftercare, but she was given some medications, 2 doses of a painkiller as well as a muscle relaxant, and sometime thereafter she was found unresponsive. Emergency medical services was called, and when they arrived, they found her face down in the bed, heavily bandaged, and she was in rigor mortis. So what that means is that she had expired at least 2 hours before EMS was called. And as she was found face down, it appears that no attempts were made to resuscitate her. So this is so unnecessary, and I like to finish videos about tragic stories like this talking about things that you as a patient can look at to keep yourself as safe as possible. So first of all, the plastic surgery facility that she went to employs a variety of surgeons. Only one of them that I saw on their website is a boarded plastic surgeon. They have several people that claim to have plastic surgery training, no board certification. They have cosmetic surgeons. I've done videos about that before. I saw a general surgeon with no further training, as well as a dermatologist. And I think it's important to ask yourself, if the facility values your safety as a patient, why are they employing people who are not properly trained? And even if you as a patient go to the one doctor who did their plastic surgery training and did their board certification and has hospital privileges, why are you okay going to see someone who's okay working with people who didn't? The next thing is this unlicensed aftercare. So first of all, the cost of the aftercare is a red flag in itself. They state in the news article it was $1,200 for 1 week of care. In the greater Los Angeles area, aftercare is anywhere from $900 to $3,000 a night. So just the cost in itself should have made anyone suspicious. Now, it's important if you're signing on to have someone take care of you after surgery that you know the qualifications of the people caring for you. It's important that you have adequately and properly trained nursing staff. Nurses are expertly trained to assess you as a patient, know when the particular medications that have been prescribed to you are appropriate to take, and they watch and make sure that these medications are not causing adverse reactions. And most importantly and upsetting in this story is if you have trouble, they actually attempt to resuscitate you and not just leave you there for EMS. Always remember, certification and education matters. It always matters that you have a properly trained, properly certified surgeon. And it also matters that you have properly trained people caring for you after.
I mean, the price of the recovery home. Should we even get into that? That is number one red flag. At this point, a regulatory body needs to be set up for things like this, because apparently people are getting away with it. People are getting away with being incompetent, and I cannot understand why. Like this lady rightly said, due to this high death rate of BBL and or whatnot, it's important to note all these things in mind. It's not just about the surgery, it's about the entire journey, the prep, the clinic, the surgeon, and especially the recovery process. The aftercare for me is the most important one. From what I can gather, there wasn't any nurse to monitor if the painkiller given to this lady was reacting. It's like they just gave her medication and left.
I don't understand why y'all don't like y'all natural looks that God gave y'all. Everybody going out here to get them either plastic surgery, a BBL, or a nose job, or their face done. That's the problem. People try to keep up with other people and they see their fashion and they see their style or the way they look, or they feel like they need to copycat somebody else. I love my natural body. So, a girl, her name was I'm Unica, something like that. She had ended up going to get a BBL done, and she did not make it off the table. And it's sad because it's like, she's very pretty, and I don't understand why would she. I mean, some people do have the problems where they feel like they don't look good enough, but the BBL is the most risk cosmetic that they have. I wouldn't do it.
This is really indeed a very tragic story. And like I said, it's not going to be the last because people are still going to get this done. I'm just here thinking, I know all this. Do I still want to get a BBL? The shocking thing is, so many people will still go ahead and get it done. Anyway, their body, their choice at the end of the day. All we have to do is just keep on creating awareness about how dangerous this procedure is. Talking about the recovery houses, right? A lot of them are popping up in Miami because so many women are flying out of state to get these procedures done. But it's looking like a lot of all these places are not licensed. There's no real regulation, no medical oversight, and there's no way to know if the staff is actually qualified. At the end of the day, we're just going to keep preaching love yourself regardless. But yes, guys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And I've come to the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.